What's going on, guys? Niko here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create chord progressions on the piano even if you have no experience. By the end of this video, you'll be able to write chord progressions that sound like this, and so much more. Now, before we jump in, I'm giving away a free piano lesson, so comment down below piano mastery. I select one winner every Friday. Now let's create some chord progressions, and how are we gonna do it? There's one tool that you should have as a songwriter, producer, music creator, and that's knowing the chord lineup. On the piano here, we have these 12 notes, starting with our C and going out to our B, that repeat over and over again, going up and down the piano. Now, each one of those notes has a family of 7 notes that we can use to create melodies and chords. I'm gonna start off with the key of C major, and these are the white keys right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, each one of these individual notes has a specific chord type that we can use. And all a chord is we're playing more than one note at the same time. So this is a chord, and this is a chord. So we'll get to the more complicated ones soon, but keeping it simple now, the C major chord is the one chord in the key of C. And to create the major chord, we use the 3-2 strategy. Now, what is that exactly? We find our root, which is the C, as in the name, C major. We count up and to the right, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And congratulations, you have a C major chord. Now, the 1, the 4, and the 5 in the key of C major, we're playing major chords. So we have a C major chord, F major, and then G major. Now, for the 2, 3, and the 6, we're going to create minor chords. Now, how do we create minor chords? The 2-3 strategy. Again, keeping it simple with our chord strategies, we find our root, which is a D for the D minor. We count 1, 2, play the next note. 1, 2, 3, play the next note. Again, 2 notes in between, 3 notes in between, boom, we have a minor chord. Another minor chord here, the E minor, and then the A minor. Now this B is a diminished chord. I sometimes call this ugly or tension chords. And the way to do it is we use our 2-2 strategy. So you go here, 1, 2, 1, 2. You now know how to create the chord lineup. Now, to get to that chord progression I showed you in the introduction, we are going to use different chord progressions to evoke different emotions. So whenever we're songwriting, that is something very important to keep in mind. Your melody can be one thing, but the chord progression really sets the tone and is the foundation for the music you're creating. So I want something inspiring, happy, and I'm going to use the G major, A minor, F, and C, which is the 5, 6, 4, and 1. Let me play it for you in simple block form right here. So that chord progression sounds good, but what more can we do to it to make it sound better? The first tip I give anyone on the piano is to always octave jump notes. Now, what does octave jumping mean? Well, let's say we have a C major chord. We take any of these notes and we jump them up an octave. So let's say you have a C here. Well, the octave up on C is right here. It's the same note, but the pitch is higher. Whoops. Those are all octaves. So we take our C major chord and we take the middle note, the E, and we jump it up an octave. That sounds so pleasant to the ear. So what we can do with this chord progression is we can take all of the chords and open them up. The first chord's a G major chord. We take this B and we jump it up an octave. And then we'll play the rest out with this same structure, the A minor chord, the F major chord, and then the C. If you throw some rhythm on it, it sounds even better. Now, what we can do further from here, and this is the last tip that I'll give you, is we can add more notes to both hands. So in the G major chord, we know we have a G, B, and D. So first we octave jump the B, and then I find other opportunities to add in more notes if it sounds good. So I maybe want to add the D in, and maybe add the G. Now it sounds more full. Maybe I want to add the B up here. Now, something to keep in mind with all that we're doing here is this top note is the voice lead. So this will lead the progression because it's the highest pitched, and that's what the human's gonna hear. All of these other notes are harmonious, or they're harmony to this top note right here. So when we started this video, you may have had no experience, but you now know how to create the chord lineup. On the white keys, you have the chord guide down below that you can download, and you can actually put together these chords to create the emotion you want. After you create the emotion you want, what you can do is you can open up these chords and then find different texture notes and voice lead them in different ways depending on the notes inside of the chord. So that's going to conclude this video. I hope you found it helpful. Again, don't forget, comment down below piano mastery, and also let me know what else you guys want to learn. I'm here and I created this channel to help you guys out so that you can play piano and enjoy writing music with all the tools that we're going to give you. So that's going to conclude this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.